Hi everybody, welcome to story time. My name is Miss Adrianna and I am so excited because this week we're doing mermaids and I love mermaids. So I can't wait to get started. Alright, and as you know with my story times, we always start off with I'm Gonna Like-a, where we pretend we're animals, which is the best. Alright, so everybody get ready. We're gonna hop, hop, like a kangaroo, hop, hop, like a kangaroo, hop, hop, like a kangaroo, hop, like a kangaroo. We're gonna swing, swing, like an elephant, swing, swing, like an elephant, swing, swing, like an elephant, swing like an elephant. We're gonna waddle, waddle, like the penguins do, waddle, waddle, like the penguins do, waddle, waddle, like the penguins do, waddle like the penguins do. We're gonna side step like the crabs do, side step like the crabs do, side step like the crabs do, side step like a crab. We're gonna sit down like the children do, sit down like the children do, sit down like the children do, sit down for story time. Good job, everybody! Captain Monty Takes the Plunge by Jennifer Mook Sang and illustrated by Liz Stirring. Published by Kids Can Press. Monty the Malodorous was a fearsome pirate who sailed the 6 or 7 seas. He was brave, he was bold, he was brilliant with his sword. When he raised the Jolly Roger, other ships turned and fled. And when he cruised into port, other pirates handed over their treasure. But Monty had a secret. He couldn't swim. While the other pirates jumped into the ocean for their Saturday scrub, Monty stood on a cannon. Real pirates don't bathe! Yar har har! This attitude earned him much respect and a great deal of personal space. Then one day, Monty spied Meg. She lounged in the shallows, her long hair streaming. When she lifted the ocarina to her lips and began to play, Monty's heart went ka-thunk. He tumbled head over boot, heels in love. Monty gave Meg a star-shaped pearl he'd found and lent her his favorite book, Gulliver's Travels. He made her laugh with his jokes and riddles. Why did the fish cross the ocean? Why did the fish cross the ocean? Repeated Meg. To get to the other tide! Yar har har! And what do sea monsters eat for dinner? Fish and chips, chortled Monty. Yar har 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 har. In turn, Meg showed Monty how to scrape barnacles from his ship's hull and led him to the best fishing spots. She taught him how to set course by the constellations. Monty was impressed, but more than anything, he admired that Meg swam like a fish. He asked her over for dinner. No thanks, she said. You're a real nice pirate, Monty, but you smell like stinky boots. Monty was the saddest pirate on the 6 or 7 seas. He tired of treasure hunts and refused to go on raids. Instead, he huddled in the crow's nest and moped. Not even the strains of his first mate's harmonica or the crew's rough songs of pillage could cheer him up. Poor Monty. There they are playing, and he's all sad. One afternoon, as he gazed wistfully over the ship's rail, Monty saw Meg perched on a rock, combing her treasures. "Boy!" he shouted. As she turned to smile at him, a huge tentacle snapped out of the water and closed around her. Eep! Meg's eep of surprise was cut short as she vanished under the waves. Then all was still, except for the thump, thump, thump of Monty's heart. "All hands on deck!" he yelled. But there was no reply. The entire crew had gone cutlass shopping ashore. Monty gathered up every bit of his courage. He climbed up on the cannon and stared, trembling into the shadowy water. He took a deep breath, held his nose, closed his eyes, and jumped! Monty swam like a stone, plummeting through the cold water. He opened his eyes and kicked out his feet right on top of the octopus's head. The creature looked up and coiled a tentacle around Monty's waist. Monty reached for his sword. Another tentacle slithered over his shoulder and swept the blade away. Monty's heart sank to the bottom of his stinky, waterlogged boots. What kind of pirate couldn't defeat an octopus? The creature tossed its head back in glee. "Aha!" thought Monty. He gritted his teeth, curled his fingers, then he reached out and planted his fingers right in the octopus's middle. It gave a mighty tickle. The octopus doubled over, helplessly waving its tentacles. Meg joined in, and they didn't stop tickling until the octopus let go and whooshed itself away in a cloud of ink. Meg did a happy backflip, then swam after Monty, who was flailing his way to the ocean floor. She threw her arms around him and gave him a humongous squeeze. Monty lost the last of his breath in a fizz of bubbles and fainted. Uh-oh. Pretty sure you need to be able to breathe, right? He awoke on the shore with Meg by his side. "My brave Monty," she said, "now that you smell like fresh air and seaweed, would you like to have dinner with me?" Monty gazed into Meg's sea-green eyes. For the second time that day, he gathered up every bit of his courage and said, "Aye, Meg, but only if you promise." He blushed and whispered, "To teach me how to swim." "Is that all?" said Meg. "I'll have you doing the backstroke by Saturday." Monty was the happiest pirate on the 6 or 7 seas. Soon he could tread water, do the dead man's float, and salty sea dog paddle like nobody's business. And every Saturday, before dinner with Meg, he leaped off the ship's rail into the ocean, shouting, "Yar har har! Real pirates don't just bathe, they cannonball!" The end. Have you ever seen a mermaid, a mermaid, a mermaid? Oh, have you seen a mermaid swim this way and that, swim this way and that way and this way and that way? Have you ever seen a mermaid swim this way and that? Have you ever seen a merman, a merman, a merman? Have you ever seen a merman swim this way and that? Swim this way and that way and this way and that way. Have you ever seen a merman swim this way and that? And for our final book, How to Catch a Mermaid, by Adam Wallace and Andy Elkerton. Published by Sourcebook Jabberwocky. Last week, I saw a mermaid. It's not something I'd pretend. I'd really like to catch her so she could be my friend. We'd have the best adventures. I'd learn her mermaid ways. We'd tour her mermaid city. We'd swim for days and days. Hey, you two, come follow me. I need you on my team. The water's where we need to plan our mermaid catching scheme. But how to catch a mermaid? You don't learn this in school. We'll need to build a gentle trap and start near the tide pool. First, I have this jewelry box. She'll love this bait I bought her. She can't resist a treasure chest. Oh no, it's in the water. Well, mermaids love bright, shiny things. A crown will catch her eye. We'll lure her in this new trap, and then our net will fly. Her seaweed lasso snatched the crown. We need a different plan. Let's put a sparkling necklace down inside a giant clam. She switched the necklace with a rock to stop the clam from snapping. Now she has another prize. We need some better trapping. We made a lasso of our own and hid in the seaweed. She swam too fast for us to catch. Oh, when will we succeed? Now let's try to switch it up and play some funky beats. Maybe that will draw her in. Oh no, there's sharks! Retreat. We escaped from all the sharks. That was a scary scene. Have you ever seen a mermaid, a mermaid, a mermaid? Oh, have you seen a mermaid swim this way and that? Swim this way and that way and this way and that way. Have you ever seen a mermaid swim this way and that? Have you ever seen a merman, a merman, a merman? Have you ever seen a merman swim this way and that? Swim this way and that way and this way and that way. Have you ever seen a merman swim this way and that? Cool submarine. But now we get to up our game with this cool submarine. This submarine has robot arms to catch our fishy lass. But this mermaid can't be caught. She really is too fast. It's time to pull out all the stops. We'll have to be quite sneaky. But she heard our trap from far away. The treasure chest was creaky. Oh no! Look out! The sharks are back! We're doomed. What can we do? We used up all our traps and bait. Without some help, we're through. Our mermaid comes to save the day. She made a trap to save us. She scares the sharks and scoops us up. She really is courageous. Hooray! We're safe and back on land. 3 cheers to our mermaid. We'll miss her smart and clever tricks. We wish she could have stayed. The end. Thank you guys so much for joining me for my mermaid story time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week, okay? Bye!